сегодня организовали замечательное мероприятие с глубокой идеей. Расскажите нам о нем.
Проект называется «Путь доброты».
The first part of the project was simply to explain the students about we all are special, we all are different, we all have our things, and sometimes we have no patience for someone being stubborn or redundant or slow or too fast. So our first task was to explain to students that diversity is okay and we are all special and unique. The second part, once they heard us, agreed with us, was to think of what can be done. And that's where it gets trickier because I already sort of made up a plan of what can we do. It was inspired by random local art. Then we took them to the spot. It's good that we have an example of what could be done. And they saw those artworks. And I think it was clear to them that they could do something even better. And that thought put them into action. But another tricky part was it wasn't just any art. It had to be art with a certain meaning. And that's where I was thinking hard, how to turn it into a meaningful project, not just any project, but the meaningful artistic object. And that's where the storytelling helped a lot. That lesson. And that's where I guess the internal students' motivation increased significantly, because once you start working on something, once you invest yourself into something, that really inspires you. So it was their stories, that was for sure. And once the story were ready, the idea of art itself was clear to the students, and the next week number 3 was all devoted to creating the art objects. Fourth part of the project was to prepare for the opening ceremony, to present our results to bigger audience, and that was very stressful for all of us, because technically the official dates of summer intensive was over, so I asked kids to volunteer and come here based on their desire to finish, and they did. And then there was the final ceremony and all that things that happened during and afterwards. Well, before I ask you questions from my list, can you maybe tell us about how you feel after the project, our summer course was over?
I feel happy because we ending our story, and it's all about it for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. Do you think people will understand our stories?
I think yes, most of people understand it because we taught and Russian and English. So it's first of all it's practice for us and make understand for Russian people.
Mm-hmm. Who was your favorite character? I know that there are 2 characters. Can you tell us about them, and can you tell us who was your favorite character?
I think my favorite character is Von Raid, because it's character that I imagined in my in my imaginations. So this character mostly like me.
You were working on the same team with Dasha, Lyonya, and Veronica. Was it easy or difficult for you to work with this team?
So at first it was uncomfortable, but then we made a friend. We started to talk with other. I think no, it was great to talk with these people in team.
Who was the team leader, team captain? Officially or unofficially, who felt? Did you feel, because I was mostly talking to you, but there might be another team captain. Who do you think people listen to the most?
I think most listen Dasha and Lyonya.
Dasha and Lyonya, seriously. Even though you did a lot of work, so you wrote the story, you created the tables, and you presented the story. You understand how hard working. I just want to make sure. Do you understand how much you did for this project? How do you feel about it?
Proud.
Proud. I feel very proud of you because it was difficult, but you managed. What was the most difficult thing for you during the project?
To tell other people on the public.
To publicly perform. Okay. Was it interesting? Like, did you want to work on it? So was it like your desire? So like it's you and me, and I wanted to ask, like, do you think it was mostly my pressure, or it was your desire to do it, to finish the whole thing? So if it wasn't for me here, or it wasn't for the other, would you still do the same thing that you did? Good, thank you. What advice can you give to people who will work on the project next year? Can you give one advice? Like, advice, it's a suggestion, like, okay, you guys should be, or you guys should do, or you guys should prepare.
Don't worry about it, because in the end you are proud of your work, and be fine.
Before we start, can you tell us, like, so the summer project is over. How do you feel?
I feel fun and stress when our team can't went in English, and I feel funny with our team.
Great. So who were on your team?
Grigory, Fyodor, Arina, and Liana.
Okay. Did you like working on this team?
Yes, I like very. They are very funny and very cool people.
So you were the team leader, the team captain?
No, Grigory is captain and I help.
Grigory, yes, Grigory was the engineer, right?
Yes.
So was he the one who made the main part of the project?
He made, and I help, and our team helped him.
What was the most difficult thing for you during the project?
Responsible and promote and help our team.
During the final ceremony, did you feel that your work, what we did during this month, was again, meaningful and noticeable and important to the community, to the society, to other people?
What I feel in final science.
Yes.
I feel begins stressful,
Mhm.
but and final I rest and I feel funny, but I am stressful for Fedor because he very stressful on when he is told in public.
So speaking in public was more difficult for Fedor, right?
Yes.
I'm stressed right now.
Can
Can you tell us what were you doing during this summer course?
In this summer course, we are doing some types of projects, like art object and like multi-desk. It was exciting and interesting.
Why?
Because I was working with my team. We discussed all this. We created our own idea and make a project.
Uh-huh. Can you tell us about your project? What was your art object about?
Our project was about sakura tree and
Oh, so Sakura tree is like a character of a story, right?
yes, this story is very interesting. The girl want to be loved. Then the girl asked Sakura to find her love for her, and Sakura help the girl, and
And the girl found her love with the help of Sakura.
yes.
Okay. So there were one character Sakura, the second character is the girl. Who was the third character?
And third character was a samurai.
Mm-hmm.
He was 100 years old.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that our project will help someone?
I think yes.
Did you feel that we were working on something important? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. You mentioned that it was interesting for you to work on this project in your team. Was it easy or difficult to work on the same team with someone you didn't know before?
It seems difficult, but it isn't.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to make a real super project, I guess you can do it together with your teammates.
Mm-hmm.